The tourism and hospitality industry has been working forever to attract people as much as they can. Although it is not easy to make people love something, once it is done, there is no way back. Anything that makes people do most of the fun and helps them stay happy becomes their favorite. Fun is all people want to do when they find free time. These days, water parks provide an ultimate reason to people for enjoyment and fun. The popularity of water parks is increasing day by day. They have become the biggest tourist attraction in many countries and cities. Water parks always seemed like a giant and beautiful mystery to me. At the same time, questions about hygiene and clean water pop up in my mind. The World Waterpark Association estimates that 105 million people visited the 1,300 water parks in the US in 2020 alone. At Disney, water parks like Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon can hit capacity as early as 11 a.m. in July. It means the house is full, and no one new can get inside until other visitors leave. People are crazy about it, especially when it's summer. Who does not know about some breathtakingly magnificent water parks like Disney Water Parks in Florida and Universal's Volcano Bay in Florida? If you're someone who's curious to learn everything about them, this video's for you. Stay with me till the end to upgrade your knowledge. Let's begin with a brief history. In the 50s and 60s, theme parks were at their peak. Then, George Millet, an entrepreneur, opened the first SeaWorld in the United States in 1964 in San Diego. Fascinated by the initial designs of water slides, Millet went on to form the first official water park in the year 1977, located in Orlando, Florida. People loved it, and its popularity made others open more throughout the United States, Mexico, and Brazil. As you saw, history began in the 1900s, and now the United States has the highest number of water parks. They are not less in number in other areas too. Dubai, a famous tourist destination, has recently built several water parks. The reason is, people consider them a mind-blowing way of amusement. Water parks have numerous things for entertaining people, like water slides, splash pools, wave pools, and much more. We have seen significant development over time in this sector. Have you ever wondered how these parks work? From where does this water come? Whenever I see huge parks such as Disney Water Parks in Florida and Universal's Volcano Bay in Florida, my mind asks me, how is this all processing? What's going on behind the scenes? We will explore it together. The giant, horrific, and amusing water park rides are working with a blend of forces like gravity, inertia, and friction. There is a water collection pool in each water pool. Most likely, they get water from a well or a local city line. In a standard setup, the water line has a check valve, also called a one-way valve. This valve is positioned between the pump and the top of any water ride. This valve allows water to flow in an upward direction only. It makes things easier for the water park facilitators. When they shut off the pump at night, the water from the check valve to the top of the slide sits in the pipe. They do not need to wait for the pipes to refill after turning on the pump again in the morning, because the water starts flowing immediately. This is how a continuous cycle of water runs at a water park day and night. Usually, water park owners begin their business model with a swimming pool and a few mild rides. The growing attraction of people towards water always provides the idea of investing in a water park fruitful. Therefore, many entrepreneurs are investing in this sector, and it is a profitable investment. We will talk about earning later in the video. For now, I will tell you about the water conditions in the water park. All water parks have huge water filtering units. At night, workers reverse the water flow and pass it through filters several times before collecting it back into the collecting pool. Depending upon the usage, they filter water during daytimes too. This continuous filtration and usage reduces the amount of water. Hence, they keep adding more water to the collecting pool for consumption. It clearly indicates that the administration uses the same water again and again. But just filtration makes water usable? No. That is why there are several other procedures adopted by them to disinfect and purify the water. Chlorine, bleach, hydrogen peroxide, and other chemicals are used to disinfect the water. However, I left it to you to decide whether this water gets disinfected and uncontaminated completely or not. On average, 900,000 gallons are required to fill a water park. However, it is not that much amount required later. Approximately 19,000 to 20,000 gallons are needed per month. Several park owners say that most of the water is reused and recirculated. They claim that it is more like a one-time investment, as maintenance also doesn't cost much. Let me give you an estimate using an example. If you own a park as big as Universal's Volcano Bay water theme park, your yearly expenditure on the water will be 3.6 million gallons. That is the amount required to run one of the largest water parks. So our question was, is it worth it? I think the consumption is quite reasonable and believable. If they keep consuming the same water over a long period, it must not be very affectable on the water table. We have already discussed invention, water consumption, working, and maintenance of water parks. It is time to take into account their earnings. It is estimated that water parks are proving to be a profitable business. If you're capable of attracting enough publicity, you will make up to 35% of profits. On the other hand, a well-established, famous water park can make more than 35% of profit. Wow, it is more than half! Precisely, these parks require $10 to $30 million for development and generate $3 to $10 million in revenues. Disney makes more than $6.7 billion in revenues through parks, out of which the major contributor is water parks. The Volcano Bay Water Park solely generates $1.6 billion in revenue each year. The margin of profit is clear in front of you if your business model becomes successful. You might be thinking, yes, it is profitable, but what do they do in the winters? Do they have to close their parks? Absolutely not. Water parks in Florida remain open during winters too. However, a few of them remain closed due to maintenance and renovation. Parks like Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park and Disney's Blizzard Beach Water Park have heated pools. People can enjoy hot baths in the cold season. Moreover, several parks have indoor pools to enjoy all the seasons. At the same time, many of them have got different reasons to keep the park open. They have other rides, trains, and different attractions for tourists. So, you can keep making money throughout the year with your business mind if used rightly. After listening to all this amazing news about water parks, you might be wondering whether it will prove to be a successful business idea for you or not. Let me clear up all your confusion. The profitability of this business is drastically increasing. If built in the right place with fascinating infrastructure, there is no reason for a loss in this business. It completely depends on your way of dealing with tourists and providing them recreation. The more they will have fun, the more times they will come back. The water park industry is not limited or restricted. It includes amusement parks that offer water play areas, such as splash pads, water slides, lazy rivers, water playgrounds, and other swimming activities. Water parks can be located outdoors, indoors, or both. Surprisingly, water parks require less maintenance and generate more profit than other amusement or theme parks. A significant number of entrepreneurs and owners are adding water parks to their business models to earn more profit. Several park owners have done reconstruction to recreate their park's themes. I won't leave without giving you a cost estimate for constructing a water park. I will start with the more and move toward the low. Volcano Bay was constructed on approximately 53 acres of the resort complex and took an estimated $600 million to build. Remember, it was built with this splendor and grandness. Not all parks need to be constructed like this initially. You should also keep in mind the tickets and heavy charges they take. So, you can begin with a simple pool and a few slides. All you need to make sure is that your area is appropriate for initiating such a park. Like in Florida, summers stay for a long time, and people love water parks. Keeping this interest, the turnout of people, and weather conditions in mind, Florida demonstrates a perfect place always in need of a water park. To make it easier for you, let me tell you that a simple prefabricated slide with a ladder might be lodged for $4,000, while some of the tantalizing slides shown here could easily top $100,000. All the dependency is on your pocket. You can keep it minimal or fancy. Either way, you can earn profit by attracting the public. That's all for this video. I hope it was helpful for those who were seeking this information and amusing for those who wanted to know. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Stay tuned until next time.